up, dude? And welcome to the Boss Up Ball Lot podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Kurt Steele. On today's show, I look at how the injury bug has been a chunk out of the Lions roster. Do the channel a quick favor. Like the video, share the video, and comment on this video. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe to the channel. We are currently on our way to 2,000 subscribers, and we sit at 1868. You got your man Kurt Steele solo dodo today, so we're gonna enjoy this half an hour with y'all, man, chopping it up, talking about these Detroit Lions and these injuries. Woo, it's terrible, man. But if you're new to the channel, this is how our show works, man. If we look at Lions news, headlines, and takes, if we agree, we say they are bossed up. If we disagree, we say they are bought on. If we and we give our takes or reasons why we agree or disagree. For live shows, I want to do it a little differently. I include you guys. So if you agree with what I'm saying, put hashtag bossed up. If you disagree with what I'm saying, put hashtag bought on, and I'll put it on the screen and we'll talk about it together. No hot takes here, just natural debate and our true thoughts and opinions about what's happening with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. Man, it was a crazy day yesterday. People, man, watching the Twitter feed. I'm like, man, is anything else going to happen to the Detroit Lions today? I'm looking at this thing like, what in the heck is going on? But let's say good morning to people in the chat this morning, man. First up, we got my man, Mom Margaret says, Lions 2-1. Good morning. Yes, definitely. All right, good morning, bosses. A day of the Walking Dead. Yeah, Bo Boop, man. There's some terrible injuries today. All right, my man, Bag Pierce says, hey, all. Good morning there. And good morning to all the people who came on over for the Dew Crew, man, and Coach Dan over there. And then Brent DeWitt, salute to my fellow veteran. What's going on, Brent, man? All right, let's look at these topics for today's show. Man, injuries to key players on the Lions offense. Of course, we got to talk about the defense and that Motor City Muscle debut coming up in the next game. So let's look at what's going on the injury front for the offensive side of the ball. I mean, it's packed. The names are packed on this list. Not as bad as the defense, but it's still some key players on this offensive injury list, man. All right, so Frank the Tank, man, Big Bank Frank. I think this was the biggest news for me in the injury front coming out of the for the Lions. It came out during Monday Night Football. NFL Insider started posting on Twitter that the All-Pro center had a partially torn pec, and he is considered week to week. Now, someone suggested that Michael Neese is the current backup center, but he has little NFL experience. So my thing is, I'm looking at Graham Glasgow like he did last season. He moves over to center, and then you bring in Yodi Asuka to come in and play left guard. That's what happened last year. Look at where Jonah Jackson went out. Yodi came in to play that left guard spot, and he did a good job. I'm going to say he was the greatest left guard, but he held his own. And one person I absolutely believe in is Hank Fraley. I mean, Hank Fraley will have these guys ready to go. In my opinion, let me put myself on the screen so you can hear me. My opinion, the most important coach that was left over from the last regime that stayed with the Detroit Lions was offensive line coach Hank Fraley. No matter what's going on with that offensive line, he has those guys ready to go. So even with Frank being out, I think that the offensive line will be okay if Frank misses a game or two or three, because they're saying 2 to 4 weeks with their partially torn pectoral muscle. So I think that the offensive line will be okay going forward. You have a good group of veterans up front. I don't see what do you call that? A scenario where the offensive line just falls apart because Frank Ragnow's gone. Just because I know that Hank Fraley is going to have those guys ready to go. So yeah. All right. So let's put up the rest of the notes. Sam Laporta. He was diagnosed with a low ankle sprain. That's good news for him because that puts him at a day-to-day. Because he was in and out of that lineup with against the Cardinals, so that kind of puts him at day-to-day. It's not a high ankle sprain is the worst one. Low ankle sprain, you can kind of get rid of the swelling, ice it, I think that Sam Laporta will be ready for Monday Night Football going forward. I don't think that it's a big issue on the offensive for him as far as tied in Sam Laporta going forward. All right, so and then you look at what's going on with Graham Glasgow and Penei Sewell, right? They had some minor injuries. They're a little banged up. I think they'll be fine. Graham Glasgow had the knee injury. Penei Sewell had the ankle. But they both didn't miss any time. They both played, of course, against the Cardinals on Sunday. And I think with what's going on with Frank Ragnow, I don't think we can really afford to have any more starters out on that offensive line. But like I said, Big Bank Hank Fraley will have this offensive line ready to go. So let me know what you think about the injuries to the offensive line in the comment. If you agree with what I said of who's going to come in and play, put hashtag bossed up. If you disagree, put hashtag balled on and we'll talk about it, man. Put it on the screen. We'll talk about it. So, all right. So we'll get into the comments again. Of course, Hookadoo, what's going on, man? Coming over from the Do crew, man. Good morning, boss up crew. What's going on, my guy? Hank Tanks, get her done. I think Hank Fraley will have whoever is in this lineup on Monday Night Football will be ready to roll. So I just think that he's going to have these guys ready to go. All right, Bobu says, I expect a lot of 12-man sets. Brock Wright, Parker Hess, add in Skipper going jumbo. I think so. I think they're going to continue to run the ball, and I think it's going to be a more heavy sets. It's going to be a lot of 12 personnel, like you said, Bo Booth. Definitely. I love that we have educated fans in the Detroit Lions fan base, because you say 12 personnel or 12-man sets to some people, man, they don't know what that is, and that is one running back and two tight ends. So that's what's up, man. Hi, JDC, what's going on, man? JDC is in the building, man. All right, Bo Booth says, bossed up. Definitely. I appreciate that, man. Brent DeWitt says, bossed up on the offensive line. Of course, man. Hank Fraley, man, and that's the experience of having former players on your coaching staff, because we know Hank Fraley had a career in the NFL. You look at that and he can be able to motivate these guys to get in there and do their job. And Coach Campbell has always said, like, it's not just the 53 players that make the initial or the active roster. This team is comprised of everyone, and they have always said that if you're on this team, you're going to be expected to play. So if you're on the active roster, vet squad, rookie squad, or whatever it is, practice squad, you're going to be expected to contribute to this roster. It may not be every week, but you're definitely going to get some run, and they treat everyone the same. It doesn't matter who's got whatever. If you're on the roster, practice or active, you're going to be expected to produce. And that's how they treat the guys on the roster. Definitely. Mom Marker's in the building, says, morning, Hookadoo, Brent, B.O., man, B, and all y'all gritters. Yeah, good morning, Mom Marker. I'll be listening. We hear you, baby. We hear you. All right. Top of the morning to Mom Marker coming from Hookadoo. Hey, do me a quick favor, man. Like the video, share the video, and comment. Definitely comment on the video. All of these things help us get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. And if someone even said over in the Do Crew one morning, say, hey, man, make sure you click the share. And, every time it doesn't go out, not to share it, but at least you're giving that the impression to the YouTube algorithm that the video is being shared. So go ahead and do that for your brother right there. All right. So Mom Marker says Master of Puppets time. Definitely. All right. My man, Anthony Fitzpatrick, man, coming over. He was from the Rhode Island UK. I saw him hanging out with the Do Crew this morning, man. All right. Good morning, Mom Marker from Brent DeWitt. And of course, the Brit with the grit is in the house, man. Anthony, my man, Jason Statham Jr. Hookadoo says he's always shared. Hit that share button, man. I appreciate that, man. I always do from Hookadoo. Then it says, please like, share, copy. You don't have to send it, but it still counts good for the channel. And Amy Spry's in the building. Good morning, Kurt. Bossed out crew. Guys, seems like the Cardinals had more seats sold to Lions fans than Cardinals fans. Absolutely, man. You can hear it, Amy, all over the stadium. All the Let's Go Lions chats and all the sea of blue that was in that building. To be honest with you, I have never, ever in my life, and I was a sergeant in the military 26 years. I met fans from fan bases all over from all over when I was all over the world serving. And I don't think I've ever really met a true, genuine Arizona Cardinals fan. Just to be honest, I don't remember that. I'm not saying I would 100% certain, but I was even deployed when the Cardinals played the Steelers in the Super Bowl, and I still didn't meet a Cardinals fan during that time frame. So yeah. Boo says, yeah, Jared Goff chance. There was some JG chance, man. And that play that he got that first down with his legs was absolutely bananas. Because not only did he run and slide, but he got up and gave the first down sign. I was like, look at JG with the legs, man, with the wheels getting it done out there in Arizona. So I love that moment. Yeah, he said, I heard the Jared Goff chants on TV as well, man. You can hear all the chants, the Lions chants, let's go Lions. All those things were happening during the game. I was like, man, the Lions, the one pride just took over that stadium again, man. And the Lions fans travel well. And even when we're losing, but now that we're winning, it makes it even more sweeter when we travel well, man. Did you see the short that was put up by AZ? They were chanting Jared Goff. Yes, I did see that by AZ Sports, man, in Arizona. Yeah, that was crazy. Crazy Legs Golf. Yeah, that was crazy, man. And Mark Schlereth, he clowned him, man. He said, when the other announcer said he looks like Kyler Murray, and he said like Bobby Boucher, I was crying. That was absolutely hilarious that Mark Schlereth called Jared Goff Bobby Boucher running with the football. All right, man, now it's time to switch over to that defensive side of the ball. Whew. Man, the defense took a lot of hits on Sunday. Marcus Davenport can't catch a break. Now, I don't want people to say, oh, he's prone to be injured. Here's the deal about the injury that happened to Marcus Davenport. That if you don't pay attention to X, go over and check out Jeremy Reisman and Dave Burkett. They showed the play where he got injured. And it was a dirty play by Cardinals offensive lineman Paris Johnson, where Paris Johnson used his body weight to illegally chop down on Davenport's arm, causing that season-ending torn triceps. And it's bad. It's bad. I mean, like, and I hate it for that young man. And people say, well, people are injury prone, but you can't plan for someone to chop down on a 300-pound lineman, offensive lineman, putting his body weight to chop down on your arm in an illegal move. He'll be getting a fine. He'll be getting a little FedEx envelope in his locker this week for that fine, because that was definitely a dirty play. Now Davenport is looking to get a second opinion, but I don't see him playing this year. Yeah, he's done for the year. I don't see it happening, but Josh Pascal, Levi Onwuzurike, and James Houston will kind of rotate to fill that void left by Davenport's presence. Now, I will say this about Marcus Davenport. Was I counting on Davenport to be in the Lions lineup all year? Absolutely not. I don't think he was going to be there. It's because the Lions were going to be, even something happened to him, he was going to be kind of like in and out of the lineup. They were going to rotate him anyway, but I hate to see that for that young man. Here's the biggest thing for me that happened with that injury lose, man, is Aleem McNeil and Derek Barnes injuries could be long term. And let's talk about Derek Barnes first. Derek Barnes left that Sunday's game with that knee injury, man, and I was like, what? And right now, they're both may miss significant time. Now, what Dan Campbell said yesterday in his presser, he says neither guy is a candidate for IR right now, but it is not out of the question. For Derek Barnes, the linebacker core is deep. It is. It's one of the deepest that we have on the roster. But the problem is that no one in that room is as versatile as Derek Barnes. Because right now, you can put him in any of those positions in the linebacker core. He can play Sam, he can play Will, he can play middle. You can't do that with all those guys, man. And you're going to have to rotate some guys in and out to get that same production as you would with just putting him in the game. Jack Campbell's role in that pass rush may increase, but he's not a Sam linebacker. Yeah, that for me probably was a bigger issue than any other injuries on the defense right now. Now looking at Aleem McNeil, the defensive line group is deep and it's versatile. You look at Anzarike, who can play on the edge and who can play next to Reader. And then you have same thing with Pascal, and then you have Pico that can come in and play next to Reader, and Wingo that can play next to Reader. So they will rotate. It'll be a nice rotation to keep fresh. And I'm not saying it won't hurt not to have Aleem McNeil because he's a starter for a reason, but it just doesn't hurt as much as Derek Barnes does because of the production that Derek Barnes has. So, and the multiple positions that he can play on that defensive front, where he can play edge, he can play Sam, and he can come in and play some middle linebacker as well. So yeah, gonna be rotation for the defensive line, but I think that the defensive line group will be okay because of the depth that they have. So yeah, I think that's going to be fine. And then let's look at the last one. Definitely Anzalone and Brian Branch are still in the concussion protocol. I think that Anzalone is he's at the back end of that. Well, I think it kind of just set him out as a precautionary. I think if they could have passed concussion protocol, but they were kind of like, let's just kind of just be a little cautious with him. I think he'll be back. And then Branch, he went on Sunday, I think with the extra day of prep for these guys. I believe both of them will have the opportunity. And I'm saying that they will, but I think they both have opportunity to play on Sunday Night Football against the Seattle Seahawks, man. So with those guys, it's one of those things, man. You're gonna have to have rotation and depth. Now, that's one thing I will say about the Detroit Lions, man. They have some good depth at position. So looks like that I think they'll be okay. The sky's not falling because these guys are injured. You have to, every team's dealing with some injuries right now. You have to line up and play the guys you have that's available, right? But like I said, the Lions look at it like the whole roster is counted on to play. So you look at that. It's going to be one of those things where I'm looking at it where these guys they'll be okay. And then the bye is coming up too. So I mean, maybe that people complain about the early bye. I think it's going to be one of those things where it's going to pay off for us. So so let's get back into the comments, please. So let me know what you think about the defense. So what I said about my opinion is on the defensive side of the ball, the injuries, man, and what they can do to fix the issues that kind of fix them. We call that rotate some guys and to make it where it's not going to be a big problem for the Lions defense. So let me know what you think in the comments, man. All right. Definitely my man, Michael Huck. It's easy to get Lions tickets on the road than it is at home. Absolutely it is, Michael. It is. You ain't lying about that because that Ford Field be sold out and those ticket prices are higher. So yeah, I agree with you 100%, Mike. And just to travel to, it's harder for me to travel to Michigan. It's because of the fact of the flights are so kind of crazy from down here in North Carolina. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. Excuse me. Bo Booth says, hit Paris in the pockets, NFL. Yes, I agree with you, man. Go check out Dave Burkett's and Jeremy Reisman. They have the all-22 look at that play where he got hurt, and it was like boom. Yeah, the way that he did that was crazy. All right, more Wingo this week. I like his upside. Yes, I like Trey. I like his. He's an underrated rookie because he was a game record down at LSU. So I like the way that we're using him. I think he's a good player that we have in their rotation. All right, rotation. Yes, Bo Booth, rotation. Pup pass, baby. Pup pass, man. Get them people rotating in and out. I was waiting for that, Bo. That's the key. Yes, definitely. All right, so hey, when we are not in Arizona, who fills the seats in their stadium? You know what though? Arizona's fan base is kind of prickly. They're kind of like that stadium out there in LA. You look at SoFi Stadium, you look at that Rams and San Francisco game, like they don't have a lot of like natural fans there in Arizona. That's just like natural. That's the team they grew up with, because you got to remember, like St. Louis, the Cardinals in St. Louis first. So yeah, It's one of those things where you got to look at it like, hey, they rotate the fan bases, the visiting team fan bases buys those tickets up. So that's what you're gonna have out there in Arizona. Kind of sound like LA, where they don't have a natural like fan base where teams move in and out, and they get some fans that are natural to that area, but most of them are what do you call that? They're transplants. So they're fans of other teams. All right, Marcus says Olin was still hurt. No. I was just saying that the Graham Glasgow and Penei Sewell were recently dealing with minor leg injuries, but they haven't missed any time. It's just something that, something of note that we had on the offensive line. All right, so guys, it is we got about 9 minutes left in the show. I'm going to play a special message. It's just me today. So what I got to do is I have to go and check on my son right quick. So I'm going to leave you with a special message. I'll be back in 1 minute. What up, though? And welcome back to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your trusted source and home of organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Kurt Steele. Thank you for supporting our new channel and new format. Coach Mike LL Coutons and I are happy to bring you Detroit Lions content once again. To our family that came over from Detroit Lions on the Prowl, thanks for your continued love and support. And to our new family, welcome again. And we will strive to be a place where you can. All right, I'm back, people. Everything's all right. Now, here's the last topic for today's show. Just want to talk about it right quick. Is that the infamous Motor City Muscles will make their debut on September 30th, Monday Night Football versus the Seattle Seahawks. I know we've been waiting. Here's some speculations. It could have been this game, could have been that game. Prime time football, baby. The Lions are going to be wearing those Motor City Muscle uniforms. Now, it's the first time since 2007 the Detroit Lions will wear a black color rush uniform. So, well, black uniform, period. Now, the Detroit Lions did have a black color rush in 2016. They never used the damn thing. So, in 2016, they had the color rush, the black ones. I don't know if you guys remember that. You had Droptimus Prime or Eric Ebron was wearing it in the Flyers, but it never came out. They never used it. Only they ever sold it. If it did, wasn't long sales, because guess what? The next year in 2017, the Lions changed the uniform, and they got rid of their color rush until the next season in 2018 when they adopted their gray, which I know a lot of y'all don't like because they say it was like pajamas and everything like that. So, but what do you guys think about the black uniforms coming to Monday Night Football, Ford Field? Here's the question, though. Here's the big question I have for you guys. What color pants do you think the Lions will wear on Monday Night Football? Do you think they will go with that blacked out villain look with the black jerseys and the black pants, or will they wear the blue pants? Because that is an option. They have the blue pants option in the Motor City Muscles. So you're gonna have the black uniforms in the blue pants with the blue helmet, or you're gonna have the black uniform, all black, with the blue helmet. Put it in the comments, hashtag black, hashtag blue, and let me know what you think about what's going on with the color rush uniform. Let's get back in the chat right quick, man. As we're getting ready to close out the show, we got about a good 6 minutes, man, left. Let's just chop it up, man. Heck, we are on an away game that could open up Ford Field and sell the seats just to watch the Jumbotron with the team. We will feel that too. Actually, the Lions are doing that. The Lions are, for the game against the Cowboys, because it's going to be in Dallas Texas Stadium. The Lions are having a watch party at Ford Field. So if you're in the Detroit area, and I believe the money is going to charity, it's a small fee for individuals that want to come into Ford Field and watch the game on the Jumbotron when they're playing the Dallas Cowboys here coming up here shortly. So in week 6. So definitely a thing that you can do. All right. So yeah, good suggestion, Amy. I appreciate that. All right, Black finally, Mom Marcus says, man, definitely. All right, Mom Marcus says, Blue, we want to cheat. Yeah, that LA Rams thing saying, hey man, you guys had too much blue going on. You confused Matthew Stafford. I'm like, man, get that. Matthew Stafford's a veteran QB. You ain't gonna fool that dude. The thing that fooled him was Kirby Joseph was lurking in coverage. That was fooled him. It wasn't the color of the end zone and the jersey, because it was the same color pattern it was in the playoff game. And yeah, no, missing with that. But I like that. That's funny. Absolutely funny. All right, a whole black man, Perry Pig says, yeah. I want the black on black on black. I like that. So Brent DeWitt says, back in black. Oh yeah, I vote for the blue pants. Okay, blue pants. You know, it is what it is. Hey, but that's a good look too, because you have the contrast between the blue helmet, the black jersey, and the blue pants. That's a little different. That's a little different. I like that too. I grew up with the Honolulu blue. I'm thinking Honolulu blue pants. Okay, who could do? All right, so I kind of like the camouflage blue, black and blue. Yeah, have you guys seen the new Salute to Service gear they came out with? And this year they decided to use the Arctic pattern, which is the asphalt, which is the gray, white, gray, and black. Man, those things are sweet. I saw those things and they came out yesterday. I'm like, man, I'm a veteran. I always love my Salute to Service, man. But the new Arctic winter ones are absolutely bananas, man. If you haven't seen it, go over to Fanatics or go over to the Lions shop and check out the new Salute to Service gear, man. It is absolutely, I'm loving it. I'm like, man, because people really don't know that actual is a uniform used in Arctic training. Is that gray it was that gray, white, and because it kind of mixes in with the snow. So yeah, that was an actual pattern used by the military. So man, that Arctic pattern is absolutely sweet, man. Yeah, cool pattern, says Marco, man. I seen it yesterday, man. I want that hoodie. Yeah, that hoodie is sweet. The hoodie, the hat, all this year's Salute to Service gear is absolutely great. So go over there and check it out, man. It is absolutely bananas, man. The Arctic camo is sweet, man. A little beyond my price point, man. Yeah, you got to save a little bit for that thing. Hey, it is what it is, but I'll usually get a hat or a t-shirt or something, usually one item per year, because I'm a veteran. The one thing with the Salute to Service gear that the NFL and Nike or New Era, they do not get proceeds. They do not take any proceeds from Salute to Service gear. All of it goes to veteran organizations like Wounded Warrior or USO. So all the proceeds from that stuff goes to those organizations. So, support a veteran, buy, a little gear if you can afford it, because I ain't in nobody's pockets, and I ain't going to tell nobody to buy something they can afford. Will not do that one bit, not another time. So, hey, thank you guys for checking me out, man. Hey, like the video, share the video, and definitely comment on the video, man. All of these things help us with this YouTube algorithm and get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. We enjoy bringing you the content right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, man. It's a dream of mine to have my own Lions podcast. I had a chance to host before a different show. Was on Lions on the Prowl for a while. I miss my man Jim all the time, man. But that's why myself, Coach Jones, we all got back together to come up with this show, man, and be part of you guys, man. Definitely. Happy trail, bosses, man. Do me a quick favor, man. Make sure you follow us on your favorite social media platforms, man. You got Coach Jones does great content over there on Wolverine Sports Talk. Go check out his Instagram page, his YouTube channel. Check me out. I always post all the content from this show on all my social media platforms. And then make sure you check out my man LL Cool Torrance, man, as he does some great things over there on his channel too, man. Thursdays always be popping over there on his channel, man. So thanks you guys for checking us out right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. A couple more comments, man, to get on out of here. All right, happy trails, Stephanie. Happy trails, man. Thank you, JDC. Thanks for checking me out right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for Detroit Lions organic debate, man. Hey, do me a favor. Whatever you do, man, today, enjoy your day. Start your day off right. If you have joy in your life, man, make sure you spread that joy to others. If you don't have any joy, man, today, don't take no one else's joy, man. So, whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. Thank you for watching. This is Kurt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.